Are y'all doing good? Everybody's good?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you. Well, I want to tell you some stories behind these songs off this new album. This one came from a songwriting group that we started back in. It was, I say Texas, but there were some Nashville people in it. Just a lot of friends of ours. We all started this songwriting group, and the reason we started it is because we were kind of texting each other and going, "Are you writing?" You know, with nothing but unlimited time. And this was like June of last year. You know, with all this time, are you writing? Because normally, the answer to have you written anything lately? The answer is no, I've been busy. That's the stock excuse that's built into this. So nobody can say that anymore, and still, it was kind of the opposite of that. I think it was just this paralysis of, you know, I hadn't been off for 2 weeks in 15 years at that point, you know, and that's really what we thought it was going to be at the beginning. I remember we played a show March 16th, and I hadn't told anybody this, but we had this thing. I was just about to announce it. I was going to do all 50 states in 2020. That was the idea. We had this whole thing we were about to launch called 50 and 20, and I did exactly the opposite of that. So all of a sudden, you know, all the shows started just getting canceled. You know, there was this 1 week, the week of March 16th. I'll never forget it. And you just watch the whole year disappear, you know. And then, and we thought, well, we're gonna have to sit home for a couple weeks, and we thought that was the worst thing. And so by the time June gets around, it's just, you know, nobody knows what to do themselves. And so anyways, we started this songwriting group, and the way these things work is you have to turn a song in every week based on a prompt. And somebody in the group comes up with the prompt, and then everybody has to write a song around it. And so this particular week, the prompt was an oven mitt and a glass of wine. And for some reason, there were just a lot of really good songs that week around that line. That line must have sparked some creativity, because normally, you know, out of 10 songs, you may get 2 or 3 good ones. That's a pretty normal songwriting ratio. But for some reason, most of them were really good this week. So I say that to tell you that when you hear the words "an oven mitt and a glass of wine" coming out on about 8 different albums in the next couple years, you'll know the deal.